think it's about time we talk about a certain team. Sunderland. They are doing unreal at the minute, and it does kind of hurt for me to say that. I must admit it does kind of hurt because Newcastle right now are doing horrendously. So let's get into how Sunderland are playing, first and foremost, and how it's going well. There's three main things that I want to talk about Sunderland first. It is the mobility of pretty much every single player, whether that's Wilson Isidore, whether that's even Granit Xhaka. At the age of 33, his mobility is insane. The whole defensive line, you've got Ronaldo, who's got a massive amount of Champions League experience. Won't lie, when they first signed him, I thought, Ronaldo, I mean, come on, he's not the best. He barely started at Atletico Madrid. I'm pretty sure some other person started, like Javi Garcias or something like that. You've got the one weak point, I will admit first, I believe, is Trey Hume. The rest of the team, I think, is definitely Premiership standard, Premier League standard. Trey Hume, on the other hand, good depth, probably Sunderland's main weak point because you saw against Jack Grealish, obviously a world class dribbler. He can get found out, and he is known to a foul. Keep on going. Keep on putting the ball down his side. It's going to cause problems. So, next thing about Sunderland, when they're defending, I want you to go through and look at every single one of Sunderland's goals that they have conceded and tell me how many of them have started through the middle. Because not many have. The goals that they have conceded have came from out wide. Why is that? That is because they've got three absolute monster centre-backs. Dan Ballard, Alderete, and Mukiele, okay? Three absolute monsters who are not afraid to be aggressive, not afraid to challenge the ball, and are just absolute beasts in the air. Combined with Granit Xhaka playing in that single pivot, I mean, it's aggressiveness to the max. Combining that with a keeper who is just in amazing form, Robin Roofs, signed from NAC Breda, I want to say. Off the top of my head, I could be wrong with that, but I'm pretty sure it was an NAC Breda. I mean, if you look at Manchester United with Onana, you could tell none of the defence had any confidence in Onana. Same way they had no confidence in Bayende. Lemons comes in, confidence appears straight away, and I feel that's the same with the Sunderland team. Shot stopping is a massive, massive important attribute of Robin Roofs, because if you look at the majority of shots that he's faced, I'm not a statistician. I just judge football by what I see. Wait, not here. Right here in the eyes. The amount of shots that Robin Roofs does face, a lot of them he does save. He's pulled off some amazing saves. So when Sunderland are in a defensive state, they play a low block. If you don't know what a low block is, he has the ball. Yeah, you see he has the ball right in the middle. Every single Sunderland player behind the ball, okay? That is a horrendous graphic to even think about. Every single Sunderland player is behind the ball, which is the one thing that I do want to say where Sunderland can be got at, is the quick transition. You could say that about every single team in the Premier League, but that's the one highlight I have seen from Sunderland. On the quick transition is where Chelsea got their goal for Garnacho, and Buemo done the assist for Mount's goal. That didn't really come from the middle. It was scored for the middle. That came on a quick transition. Once Sunderland get in that low block, by the way, they are amazing. I feel like when Man City go to the Stadium of Light, I don't think they're going to win. Same as Liverpool. Away could be a different scenario because you've got home advantage, stuff like that. But at the Stadium of Light, I do believe that Man City won't get a result there. I don't believe any of the top teams will get a result there unless it's down to just like that Iliman and Jai goal yesterday. You can't contribute. Well, you can't contribute. You can't. I don't know what the word is. You can't count for an absolute amazing bit of technical play like Iliman and Jai. His feet work for that goal was unreal. I think we also need to talk about the adaptability of Regis Rebris. That could be horribly wrong, but it sounds quite cool, doesn't it? He started off at a 4-4-2 against West Ham in the opening day of the season. The pressing was really good, and they got that win. Was it 3-1? 3-0? We got beat 3-1. Anyways, and now he's branched to a 5-4-1 with Wilson Isidore. That's his name, yeah. Wilson. For some reason I get confused between William and Wilson. Wilson Isidore. Did I mention his mobility at the start of the video? I'm pretty sure I did. His mobility from the right wing to the striker to the left wing to cover space where either who starts on the left wing for Sunderland? Who is it? Talby? Anyway, whoever plays on the left wing, when he's not there, you either got Siddiqui going out of the left wing. By the way, he's unreal. Signed from USG. I mean, I think my brother, I think, said to me that he was trying to be funny. 90% of the world is covered by Siddiqui and the rest is water. Some daft quote like that. And when you watch him play, he is like a little N'Golo Kante regen. If I do say, he does get everywhere. Bit of unprofessionalism. That's not a word. Unprofessionalism. That's definitely not a word. Yesterday, lost his head. Granit Xhaka, like the later years, calms him down, and he went on to have a pretty good game after that. Granit Xhaka, very, very important player. Arguably more important than Regis Lebris, because from Reggie Lebris's point of view, you can only a manager can only do so much off the pitch for players to make them implement that on the pitch. Granit Xhaka is able to contribute on the pitch. He's able to control what's happening. Regis Lebris, if he didn't have Granit Xhaka, this would not be the system that he is doing right now, with the low block when it's out of possession and just hitting teams on the counter attack. They can play good football. We saw that. Was there a really good goal that Sunderland scored? Was it 1 year ago, 2 years ago? I'm pretty sure Lebris was the manager then. It was like they made like 25,000 passes to them. Was it Jack Clark scored or something like that? I think it was. Anyways, that just shows the adaptability once again of Regis Lebris, where his team does normally play very direct. Like, I mean, it was a hit and hope, but for Brian Bobby's assist against Chelsea, where he seemed to hold on the ball for about 2 minutes before Talby managed to come in, and then Chelsea's fucking defending absolutely horrendous. To be at home and defend like that, mental. One thing I must say about Regis Lebris' tactics is, you see the likes of Russell Martin, okay, at Southampton. He goes for a style, okay, that is heavily technical orientated, okay? With Regis Lebris, it's more on the physical side. You're going to get a lot more players who have that physical side or even athleticism side compared to a player that is technically good at football. There's a lot more... So I've just burped. There's a lot more athleticism style of players compared to the technical side, okay? You see a lot more faster players than technically gifted players. You could go to fucking Vanarama National League North. There's going to be more pacey players than what there is technical players. There is obviously good technical players in Vanarama National League, but you're going to see a lot more physical. Overall, as a summary, I think everyone, well, not everyone, myself definitely, underrated Sunderland massively. Do you remember when, let's say you were a kid, okay, or you played Sunday League right now? One thing that really rings in my head about the way it used to be said was that if you have the ball, they can't score, okay? If that's all about keeping the possession, being smart with your passes, and moving for each other. Now it's, we defend better than they attack. Okay, it's not about us keeping the ball, because Sunderland have shown plenty of times already this season that you do not need the ball to control a game. The way Sunderland move as a collective and as a team forces the team to go out wide. Okay, out wide. Here's the middle, out wide. Okay, and that forces them to control the game the way they want to play. Just because you've got possession does not mean in any way that you are controlling the game. Sunderland have been making teams play the way they want them to play. And that is just big ups to Regis Lebris again, because clearly that's been worked on the training ground. And it's working. Yes, that is my thoughts on Sunderland. That's just from me, the way I feel from watching them play. I still don't like them. I really still don't like them. And it is I am very jealous that Sunderland have came up and are outperforming Newcastle. They are making our players look like fucking shit. I will agree. And right now, based on form, if Sunderland are playing at home, we're gonna get beat. If we're at home, just because of the way that we have been playing on the big occasions, I feel like we smashed Sunderland still. When we go to Stadium of Light, I feel like we're going to get beat, especially if our performances are the way that they are right now. Anyways, that's enough about Newcastle. There's my whole thing about Sunderland. No statistics involved, just my own thoughts. Okay, if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like the button. Sure, like the button. Like the button. If you're a Macum, let me know down in the comments below of what my assessment was like. Sure, because I feel like I have been quite fair. I've tried to be as positive about you as I possibly can. And yeah, I feel like I've been quite fair. So yeah, comment down below my assessment and how you feel, because I feel like nothing I really said there was false or negative. Well, probably negative a little bit, but nothing I said there was false. Okay, so if you're a Macum, if you're a Geordie, if you're a Mank, have a good night. If you're Scouse, fuck off.